So it just never fails. I feel like I don't know how many people seen the movie The Never Ending Story. That's who I feel like. What's his name? Trejo. I feel like him. First off, let me just say this. I don't want to live anywhere else but here. I think majority of the United States citizens are good, God-fearing people, whether you believe in God or not. And I think they believe in humanity. But there's a pocket of us who are manipulated and controlled by the 1% that believes in this nonsense. So you go and start blowing up boats. What happens is you went to China to go on this Asian tour to try to get some stuff. Rome is burning. And he came back, and the China president, everybody told Donald Trump in America to fuck off. That's what happened. And they had good reason to tell him that. Donald Trump been talking. This is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump just talks more than other presidents like Biden. But they was doing the same thing. At one point, he was saying they're going to be, all these countries want to make deals, and they're going to be kissing my ass. Whatever happened to that? Nigga. What happened to all these countries? Going to be kissing America's ass and want to make deals. So you lose the war in Ukraine, which is an American war. And again, the only reason Russia invaded Ukraine because they told America, stop trying to arm and put Ukraine into NATO and put them on our border so you can attack us. That's the only reason Ukraine, if you all pay attention, if you don't believe me, go Google it. Watch some real news. So they lose that war. Now they blowing up boats because they're saying that there's drugs on these boats. These are little bitty speed boats. Now, I don't even know if all this stuff is real, to be honest. This could be a great prank they plan on the 1% in all over the world in every country might be playing this trick on the citizens to get us ready for military state, facial recognition, all this fucking shit. This could be all that. But if it ain't that, it's Rome and it's burning. You're just blowing up boats, breaking all type of international laws, war crimes. Now you want to start a war with Venezuela because Venezuela have the largest oil reserve in the country. And because you put those terrorists and sanctions on China, which you had to walk back, now you're still trying to block and destroy China economically because China and Iran have relationships and get oil and other agricultural goods from Venezuela. So since you couldn't beat the big dogs, now you're trying to mess with the little dog. And then China and Russia came out and said, if you try to invade Venezuela, which they're going now, just so you know, in Ukraine where they was using all their soldiers and citizens. When it comes to this war in Venezuela, it's going to be American soldiers, your kids, your brothers, your sisters, and uncles that are going to die. And they will die. We're not going to win any of these wars. So now that Russia and China said they're going to back Venezuela, America is backing off. And now you're trying to invade Nigeria? Because African countries have kicked France out of their countries from taking all of their minerals and resources, and they building their own infrastructure. Africa is probably the richest fucking continent on the planet when it comes to that. But America and France and all these colonizers have went over there, and now it's over. China and Africa, China and Russia have contingency plans with each other. They are locked in. They are building infrastructure to take things from China to Russia to China, Russia, in Africa, and they send their resources, And China has the most gold in, I mean, not China, Africa. In Burkina Faso, the president has removed, they first thought they had tried to assassinate this man on numerous occasions and they keep failing. So he kicked France out of Africa. And now, since the United States are being threatened by Russia and China and they backing off of Venezuela, they're finna go over here and try to stop this. Because again, the biggest thing they're trying to do is stop Russia and China globally with economics and with resources, trying to destroy their economic system. So now they're talking about they finna, oh, we're gonna go over there. If they don't stop killing Christians in Nigeria, we're gonna go over there. If they are killing Christians in Nigeria, what business of yours? They killing Christians over here, nigga. And y'all ain't doing nothing about it. What about when these white boys go in and shoot up these churches? Nigga, y'all just took food stamps from millions of Americans and you don't want to put it, y'all won't come back in session to distribute the funds for food stamps, but you want to spend money to go invade Nigeria because they're killing Christians? If they are doing that, what business is it of yours? Your business is here. But it's not about no fucking Christian. They just making shit up and throwing it. You don't get. Remember when they were saying all the fentanyl was coming in America? First it was Canada. Then it was China. And now it's Venezuela. These niggas is crazy. Now they're killing Christians. Nigga, people been killing Christians forever. They been killed. Jesus. More lives have been lost in war over religion beliefs than anything else. United States, we are lying. We are in a free fall. Dear American citizens, please, please, don't let these people. And now what they want to do with the SNAP program, they want us, and just like Donald Trump was on 60 Minutes saying that, oh, I don't think the ICE agents are doing enough, even though they are snatching up kids and babies and all this and this and that. They want, out of chaos comes rule. They want us to get out here, and this is Republicans and Democrats. This is not just Donald Trump. Please, but Barack Obama is a hoe-ass nigga. And he gay. Let me stop. Allegedly. Allegedly. They want to create chaos. So it'd be a reason to bring in the armed guards and create a state. I mean, create a military state. That's exactly what they're doing. Again, I don't know how to tell y'all not to go crazy, but right now, as citizens, we need each other. Because they don't care. They want the Hunger Games. I keep telling people, when you watch movies, the movies just don't come out of nowhere. They come out of like thoughts and ideas. The shit is real. Like, you know, it's time for us citizens, more of us than it is of them. I kept telling people that before the year was out, it was going to be World War III, and look what's happening. And it might end up being a nuclear war because the United States refused to let anybody else be number one. And you know what the United States is afraid of? They're afraid that if whoever become number one, they're going to do to the United States what the United States have done to everybody else. But everybody else aren't evil. Everybody else don't want to kill and maim people. The United States do not believe in God. I'm telling you all this. Donald Trump, the Jewish people, and not all Jewish people, but the Zionist people, they do not believe in God. That's why they do what they do, because they feel murder. They're saying to themselves that if God is real, why he ain't stopping us from doing this? This is what, and why everybody else in all these other countries believe in a higher power and higher prayer. Oh, God, help us. God ain't coming to help us. Whoever made us, whether it's God or whatever, God is inside of every last one of us. Your heaven is earth, and earth is on this fucking planet. That's what it is. There ain't no God. You ain't going to heaven when you die. I died 3 times. You ain't going to heaven when you die. You ain't going to hell when you die. Your heaven is hell. These people don't believe in none of that. That's why they're doing, how can you just kill innocent women and kids if you believed in God? For no reason. They don't. How can you take away food from people who supposedly voted for you if you cared about them, if you believed in God? I keep saying, a rose comes in many different colors. But at the end of the day, it's a fucking rose. Human beings come in many different colors. At the end of the day, we are human beings. We citizens need to start behaving this way. Turn off Fox News, turn off CNN. Get some real news. You can actually go on YouTube and Google certain stuff or get Telegram. Stop being persuaded, and you cannot just sit back and think that you don't have to participate in this. You're going to have to. Yes, our country is ran by pedophiles and lunatics. Sorry, Donald Trump, Biden, Hillary Clinton, I don't care what side, these people are crazy. So this is what they're trying to create wars all over the place. But we don't have money for our citizens for food stamps. Your brothers and your sisters and your family members are about to die for no reason but greed. America first, my ass.